So guys, yesterday I released this video on my other channel over on Crimecast. However, I felt as though I need to bring it up on here because it just wasn't sitting right with me. I hate it when people take advantage of others, people bully others. I feel as though that the same thing is happening in this situation. So guys, check this video out and leave a comment below, share it with people and let me know what you think. Because as I said, this kind of situation just don't sit right with me. So guys, yesterday a boxing fight took place in Dubai between the Iranian Hulk and another guy who goes by the name of the Kazakh Titan. However, a number of people have come up on social media with regards to the disappointing display that they saw from the Iranian Hulk. I'll come to that in a moment, but let's get into it. So, Hulk, whose real name is Sajid Gabri, made his boxing debut on the Wicked and Bad card in Dubai. It was a few months after his initial fight with Martin Ford got cancelled. As I said, he fought a guy who goes by the name of Kazakh Titan. From the get-go, you could tell that Iranian Hulk was not and is not a fighter. As I said, I'll come to that in a moment. He turned his back on a number of occasions. The referee gave him a timeout as well. He came back into the bout. He threw a few windmills, but every time the Kazakh lad clocked him, he would turn his back, and you can just tell that he didn't want it. There were a number of comments on social media. Someone said, pay the Iranian Hulk never to step back in a ring again. Another said he's the most embarrassing person I've seen in my life. Another person says, no wonder this bloke pulled out of fighting Ford in absolute shambles. In an interview after the fight, Iranian Hulk said, I've got nothing to say, but I am ashamed and I apologize to the Iranian people. Now, what I want to say here is, we've seen pictures of this lad, and a few months back he was going to actually fight Martin Ford and did a face-off. And when they did that face-off and they stood next to each other, this guy actually looked like a kid compared to Martin Ford. Yet in these pictures, he was made out to look as though he was some next level 400-pound beast. But in actual fact, he's not. And looking into this a little bit more further, I've realized that actually, I think the people around him have manipulated the whole situation. They photoshopped his pics and done whatever they can. And they're actually using him to get as much money as they can from him. And I reckon he actually don't even know that that's what these guys are doing. I saw some interviews, just before I was going to make this, I saw some interviews where he's been on Iranian national TV crying, saying that he didn't want to fight Martin Ford. He's crying because his family have disowned him. And now he's been made as a laughing stock. But I genuinely feel it's not his fault. I think the promoters, I think the people around him know that he can't fight, but are taking advantage of him. And it's clear to see. And it's real sad that this day and age, people are using other people. It takes balls to get in the ring, let me tell you that. It does take balls to get in the ring. But with a man who don't want to fight, with a man who you can tell has never thrown a punch in his life. Even his trainer said yesterday, this fight's been on the radar for the last few months. But his trainer said he's only had 2 weeks to train because the funding was pulled. Therefore, he had nobody to train him. Well, it don't really make sense. The funding has been taken by his management, by the sponsors, by whoever the fuck is running the show. And I'll be straight with you, the way I look at it, it don't matter what size you are, but I feel as though my man's been bullied into this. I've even seen some videos where he's talking about wanting to take his own life as well. He doesn't want to be in the situation. He feels the people around him are making him do these things and he doesn't want to do these things. And it's fucking sad. This lad, who I don't think it's any fault of his own, he's from Iran. I believe he's from a village in Iran. And I think somebody spotted him, saw his size, photoshopped him a bit and says, oh, we'll make you a bit of money. And they're just feeding him pennies whilst they're making the big money off him. Disgusting behaviour. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real.